The beach is commonly associated with relaxation and a carefree state of mind. But how can one not be intrigued when such extraordinary discoveries are made in this place of leisure? This is TopFacts, and we present to you these amazing shots captured on the beach. Enjoy the viewing experience, and let's dive in. Lava and the ocean, two seemingly contrasting wonders of nature that rarely intertwine. However, these next shots provide undeniable evidence of their connection. Can you imagine what happens when scorching hot lava meets the ocean? Well, there's no need to speculate. Let's watch. These shots were taken during the eruption of Kilauea on the Hawaiian Islands. Here, you can see a lava flow pouring into the Pacific Ocean, causing the water to boil and shooting lava splashes up to 98 feet high. Thick columns of steam rise from the eruption site. The Kilauea volcano has been periodically erupting for the past 30 years, but its activity has been particularly intense in recent years. An ordinary tourist's camera captured something incredibly strange on a typical beach in the United States. Mermaids, mythical creatures that few believe to exist. However, these shots definitely make one ponder. It could be an incredibly realistic-looking fantasy fake, or perhaps it's a genuine deep-sea monster washed ashore due to strong currents. Whatever the case may be, the identity of the photographer remains unknown. Perhaps the person fears for their safety or simply understands that their prank can be easily exposed. In any case, please share your thoughts in the comments section regarding these photographs. It's not a secret that Australia is a very dangerous place teeming with creatures ready to bite you from all sides, and crocodiles are no exception. If anything, they want to take the lead in this spectacle. It may seem simple enough to avoid venturing into the wild forests or steer clear of farms and the like. However, what do you think of this video? It clearly shows crocodiles, which according to researchers, number no less than 200,000 in this area, crossing the road right in front of people's eyes. Of course, strong currents play a significant role here, but the fact that crocodiles are splashing around in the path of cars raises mixed thoughts and feelings. Only cars and motorcycles are officially allowed to drive on the roads. Bicycles are not included in this list, especially when it comes to constantly congested roads where cars are speeding. The only sensible option in this case would be to move aside and bypass the road where there are no cars. But even here, unfortunate cyclists encounter troubles. The man thought he would make it through, but a powerful wave quickly engulfed him. I don't know about you, but in his place, I would have dismounted and walked through that section of the road. Otherwise, you could lose your beloved mode of transportation, as it could be swept away by the strong current. And that's not to mention accidental injuries. When divers descend underwater, their primary concern is encountering dangerous marine predators. Even the bravest person would be afraid to come face to face with them because no matter how strong you are, it's impossible to match something with teeth as sharp as razors or the same potent venoms. The divers in this video were on high alert, but something still managed to scare them. An unknown creature grabbed one of the guy's ropes and started shaking it vigorously. It was probably some underwater monster trying to grab the rope and drag it away. Luckily, the person was near a rock and managed to grab onto it. After a minute of intense nerves and anxiety, the predator finally left the guys alone and allowed them to return home safely. Who do you think it could have been? Who would have had the strength to shake a person so forcefully? Write your thoughts in the comments. The Caribbean islands are a place where many people literally dream of visiting at least once in their lives. Some desire it for the beaches, while others are interested in the historical landmarks. But if someone were to ask me, I would definitely name this airport as the main reason. Tourists outside of it can comfortably sunbathe on the beach and occasionally witness planes landing right above their heads. The aircraft passes by at a few meters distance, which can be frightening, but at the same time, it fills one with an incredible energy. While some people travel by airplanes, others prefer not to take to the skies at all. Moreover, they don't want to use any of the familiar conveniences. They crave something unusual, creative, and interesting. Something like this giant bubble invented by a simple engineer. The man intended to create it not only for himself but also to inspire ordinary citizens. He firmly believes that travel is something light and effortless, something that everyone is capable of. And that's why he wanted to prove by his own example that it's possible to travel between countries even on such an unconventional means of transportation that requires nothing at all. The only thing I would worry about in his place is the marine predators, because hiding or escaping from them in such an inflatable bubble is definitely not an easy task. Let's take the killer whale as an example. It has wide, oval pectoral flippers that distinguish them from other dolphins. But it's not just about the appearance. The killer whale has a short, upward flattened head without a beak and massive teeth that can reach up to 5 inches in length, specifically designed for tearing apart large prey. By attacking even larger targets, it effortlessly reaches speeds of up to 34 miles per hour. Don't believe it? Then just watch this video. What is this? How can the sea be on fire? These were the involuntary questions that arose among ordinary people in Nigeria when they witnessed this horrifying sight with their own eyes. The fire couldn't be extinguished, it showed no signs of dying down, and the cause remained unknown for a long time. As eyewitnesses later reported, it turned out to be a result of an oil leak, more specifically, a fire on an oil-extracting vessel. It turns out that the eternal fire in Nigeria is not the only phenomenon that occurred there. Alongside it, people noticed strange, elongated pipes appearing out of nowhere on the beaches. No one could understand their true nature. It could be the result of some oil refineries or ships, or perhaps a prank by clever individuals. Or maybe it is something that the government didn't plan on disclosing but ended up washing ashore? People never received a definitive answer, so feel free to leave your speculation on this topic in the comments. The Arctic is a familiar place for walruses. However, sometimes people may spot them in other locations, such as 930 miles away from their usual habitat. Tourists simply wanted to explore the area and enjoy the pristine, expansive waters when they noticed a walrus. At first, nobody believed their eyes, but as they got closer, everything became clear. How this creature ended up here and why it has been residing here for a long time remains a mystery. Today, many tourists deliberately plan their route through this point to personally encounter this magnificent animal. Cassowaries are another living creature that every visitor to Australia wishes to encounter. These birds can reach a height of 6 feet and weigh around 130 pounds, which can easily be compared to the average weight of an adult human. Cassowaries are also the most dangerous birds in the world, as they can jump up to 7 feet high and run at speeds of 31 miles per hour. It is precisely these abilities and the size of the birds that make them formidable fighters who are not afraid to aggress against humans. Just look at how they can behave. And the most amusing thing is that they have nothing to oppose in such situations. It may seem like strange rocks or shells washed up on the shore. But nothing of the sort. Before you is the result of flooding in Florida. In the morning, when people went to the beach, they were met with tens, if not hundreds of thousands of snails. Moreover, these were individuals of a species that rarely venture onto land. According to scientists, it was not just the flooding, but also the personal desire of these creatures. They wanted to feast on plankton, and since it was washed up on the shore, the snails followed suit. Quicksand, one of the most dangerous natural phenomena, is a non-Newtonian fluid in its properties. When a person or animal gets trapped in such sand, their active attempts to escape can lead to disastrous results. Contrary to common belief perpetuated in cinema, the main location of quicksand is not deserts, although they exist there as well. Dry rains are more characteristic of arid areas. They are more frequently found on the banks of rivers, lakes, seas, anywhere with upward sources and sand. When saturated with water, or in the case of deserts, hot vapors or gas, the sand appears solid externally. But as soon as you step on it, your feet sink into its depths. Helping an octopus. Would you do that? This creature, which may seem disgusting and slimy to us, actually has no ill intentions towards humans. Knowing this important nuance, the fisherman who noticed an octopus stranded on the beach didn't just pass by, but instead started carrying buckets of water and attempted to save its life. Spoiler alert, they succeeded. They waited until the rescue service arrived, and they, in turn, returned the marine animal to its natural habitat. Alright, those were some unbelievable beach scenes that are hard to believe. If you enjoyed this episode and want to see more like it, please leave comments, give likes, subscribe to the TopFacts channel, and right now, check out one of the previous episodes that appeared on your screen.